People have to understand that martial arts has become somewhat somewhat of a way of life. You can't stop anyone or anybody from taking up what they what, from what they want to do. If they want to do it, let them do it. You cannot you cannot always stop them. And if they're unhappy because of you, um, then it's your fault. It might be your fault that they are unhappy because you stupid parents are the ones that's making your offspring unhappy because y'all are the ones stopping y'all's offspring from doing what they want to do. And and if doing martial arts makes them happy, you can't stop them. You can't do anything to stop that because it's martial art. I don't know if y'all realize it or not, but martial arts has become a way of life. Um, and the best way to do that is to study. Is to study um, some is to is to study some martial arts. Like read like this Tao Jeet Kune Do by Bruce Lee, and then you have the Tao Gung Fu by Bruce Lee. Yeah, actually, it was edited by John Lennon, but um, this Bruce Lee came up with this idea. And then you have another Jeet Kune Do book by Bruce Lee. And then you have this book, Living the Martial Way. I suggest I su- I suggest y'all read it because it's a good way of um understanding the martial arts and more. And then you have David Carradine's Qigong if you're interested in doing some type of breathing exercise. One is David Carradine's Qigong Qigong. Another one is David Carradine's Tai Chi. And then if you like really want to get into the martial arts, another way you might want to do it is read. I don't know if y'all read this book. It's called The Idiot's Guide to Tai Chi and Qigong. Um, it's like the two books I showed you earlier, but this book has stuff you might want to look into. You might want to look into. And then you have another book. This is Taekwondo. It's a Korean martial. It's a Korean martial art. That you might want to understand, study. And then if you think this book, if you think chakra has nothing to do with martial arts, then you're sadly mistaken. It has everything. It has everything to do. It has everything to do with the martial arts and everything everything with the way of life. I'll put it this way: it has everything to do with the way. It has everything to do with martial arts and the way of life. But like I said, if you think this book has nothing to do, if you think chakra has nothing to do with um, if you think chakra has nothing to do with the martial arts or the way of life, like I said, you are you are sadly mistaken. Chakra has everything. Like I said, everything to do with the with the martial arts. and maybe even more. Here's a I got here's some martial arts movies that I like for y'all to look into and try to understand. This is Hero, starring Jet Li, and this is Chinese super ninjas. Now this movie is not kid friendly. It's not kid friendly, and it's not for the faint of heart. Seriously, it's not for the faint of heart. And here's another one. It's a 3 DVD set. It's called the Ninja Master Ninja Collection. Um, it might be over 12 hours, but look, this thing has let's see, three. It's a 3 DVD disc set, and this is something you all might want to look into. Another one is the Tai Chi Hero. This is another martial arts movie that y'all might want to look into. Another one. Another one. Like if you are interested in learning about Bruce Lee, here's a movie for you. It's called Dragon. It's based on the life of Bruce Lee. Yeah, I said it. It's based on the life of Bruce Lee. Um, he's the one that came up with all these martial arts stuff. Okay, and here's another one, House of Flying Daggers. I don't know if you've seen this movie, or heard of this movie, but this is a very interesting movie if you want to understand the martial arts. And the disc is right in here. And here's another movie, one that Bruce Lee came out with. It's called Enter the Dragon. It has Jim Kelly, and that guy John Saxon. Um, but like I said, this is a very interesting movie to look at. But like I said, this movie has Bruce Lee, Jim Kelly, and John Saxon. Yeah, this is a movie that Bruce Lee came up with, and this is the movie. It's called The Last Dragon. They're this the reboot of this movie. I think is currently in production. So if you wanna, this is another movie you might wanna be interested in. This movie can make you laugh, it can make you cry, or whatever. But this is a movie you might wanna watch when you watch over and over again. And here's another movie if you wanna look at it has talks about like kung fu. It has Gordon Liu and Adam Shane. This is called Shaolin and Wu Tang. It's another martial arts movie. Okay, and here's another Jet Li movie. It's called The One. It has action. And for those of y'all who have seen The Matrix, this movie is like a combination of that. Um, it's a combination of The Matrix and another movie. I don't know if y'all have seen it. I think it's like a combination of Matrix and for those of y'all who have seen Romeo Must Die, this guy is in the movie. Delroy Lindo is in the movie. One of the main stars is Jet Li. But like I said, this movie is like a combination of the Matrix and kind of Romeo Must Die. And here's another one for you Disney fans. This is one of my personal favorites, Mulan. Yeah, this is a special edition. Mulan. Um, the Disney princess has a bit of martial arts in it and stuff. So, for you Disney fans, this is one of my personal favorites. It's called Mulan. And for you Kung Fu movie buffs, this movie is called Kung Fu Hustle. This movie will make you laugh, and it'll make you cry sometimes. And again, it has that martial arts, the martial arts thing. Yeah, if you want to understand it more, stuff like that. Um, okay, here's another movie. It may not be martial arts wise, but this is another movie called Beverly Hills Ninja. Um, Beverly Hills Ninja with the late Chris Farley. Um, it has you know that guy from that guy that the one that played Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat, Robert Shaw. Yeah, he's also in this movie. But this movie is it's like a comedy movie, but it still has a good bit of martial arts in it if you like understand. Okay, here's another movie. It's called Crouching Tiger and Dragon. This movie this movie is a must for a lot of martial arts buffs. Um, it's kind of like watching that other movie, House of Flying Daggers, but only difference is House of Flying Daggers. You might want to keep an eye on, but this movie, even though this movie might put some to sleep, but this movie is a very interesting movie, and it's also Matrix wise. If you've seen if any of y'all have seen the Matrix, and here's another movie. Now now this movie has voiceovers. Yes, this movie voice has voice voiceovers. Um, you might want to take a look at this comedic movie. This movie is funny. But like I said, this movie has voiceovers and stuff like that, and it has some martial arts in it. And here's another movie. It's called The Karate Kid. This one has Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan in it. Also, the original movie had Ralph Macchio and Pat Morita in it. Um, the original had Pat Morita as Mr. Miyagi and Ralph Macchio as Daniel Luso. I think it's Luso, Daniel Luso, something like that. Um, this movie is a must, even though some might not like this movie because it has James Smith and Jackie Chan in it. Even though some people may like the original better, but I kind of like the original better myself. Even though this movie is not a favorite with many. And here's another Jet Li movie. It's called Fearless. It has a lot of fighting arts and stuff in it. A lot of martial arts. It's like martial arts wise. It's another um Jet Li movie. For you like kung fu movie buffs. Oh, and did I mention I had another Mulan? Yeah, thing the Mulan. Um, yeah, I had another copy of the Mulan. So for you Disney buffs, this movie Mulan, it has like some martial arts in it, but not too much. But even though it's a Disney movie, you can still kind of understand it. But like I said, you cannot stop people from taking up the martial arts. If you stop if you stop people from taking up the martial arts or anything they want to do, you're causing them unhappiness. And not only that, you're causing them to you're causing them to be some you're causing them to be um depressed and stuff like that because it's like I don't understand some parents. Some parents um just make up excuses for their offspring or whomever not to take up martial arts because if if because if you make them unhappy, you're if you make them unhappy, it's like Because like I was trying to say, if you make them unhappy, then you're happy, and that's not right, and that's not fair. Um, because why do you think some people are hitting the streets, selling drugs, and doing doing who knows what? Um, but like I said, um, if you make the offspring or whoever unhappy, um, then 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 you're happy. It's like the old saying, misery loves company. So I hope you people realize that martial arts. Um, I hope you people realize that martial arts is now a way of life. Deal with it. Get over it. Get used to it.